And now, today's adventure of Outer Scope 2, Together Again at Last. All the kids are together in Central Park, but they don't know it yet. They're chasing after Chun's medallion kite.
Oh, no, Edgar! Look! Willie, it's going to crash in those trees. We'll never find it now.
Sure we will, Henry. Just keep running to where it fell.
Hurry, you two. We've got to find where it landed. Oh, Henry, what are you doing here?
Hey, it's Eleanor.
Willie!
Henry!
Hey, where'd you come from?
Oh, yeah, we've been around. Old Outer Scope is really working overtime. Where have you guys been? Oh, sorry we left you behind.
Oh, no sweat. Henry and I made out okay. We even got to a circus and we met a magician named Presto.
Hey, wait. Let's look for the clue at the end of this kite string, and then we can tell stories.
Now, what about the circus?
Anyway, Henry and I went to the circus. Oh, it was a great time. I wish you'd been with us. Gee, it's too bad the others aren't here to see this, huh, Henry?
I'll say, that's a really neat circus. Wow! Well, we never got to a circus, but we sure had a good time flying around.
Yeah, hey, remember that landing at the seaport?
Oh, that.
You won't miss it. That's all there is to it.
Which way, Cynthia? Which way?
A little more left. That's it. Over to the right a little. Great. Uh-oh. We're coming in too fast. Pull back to the power. To the left. To the left. To the right. Slow down. Slow down. Oh, no, I think we're going to miss it. Cut the power. Cut the power.
You've turned out to be quite a navigator, eh, Cynthia?
I guess so.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, son.
Hi, Mr. Chun. Boy, am I glad we found you. We've all been looking for you.
Jimmy, how did you get here? And who all has been looking?
My new friend. They'll come here any minute. They've got your kite, Mr. Chun. Over here, over here! Changbo found the kite maker's here.
Hi, here's your kite, Mr. Chun.
Tell us about the medallion, won't you?
My goodness, what is this? Who are you?
We saw the medallion on your kite.
It is the right medallion, right?
Just calm down. Let's go sit down, introduce ourselves, and you can tell me what this is all about.
Dad, Mr. Chun, these are my friends, Cynthia, Edgar, and Eleanor. I was helping them look for Chun Li, the sailmaker.
Chun Li, the sailmaker?
Oh, he's a friend of old Sailor Bill's.
Willie's great-great-grandfather who once had the medallion. Oh, this is Willie, and this is my brother Henry, who he told you about, Jimmy.
They've got the map that goes with our diary.
You have a map and diary?
Yes, sir.
Here it is.
Well, so you're Bill Topper's great-great-grandson, and you know about the medallion. Willie, how much do you know?
According to his diary, my great-great-grandfather, Sailor Bill, was given the medallion by an old man in South America because he had tried to save the man's life. It's right there on the map, see?
And later, when his ship was wrecked, Sailor Bill was the only survivor.
The Shinnecock Indians who lived there found him and nursed him back to health after the shipwreck. And he and the chief became very good friends.
And then they went off to sea again, together. But then they got separated, and Sailor Bill went to Mexico without the medallion. He did? How'd you know that?
It's on the back of the map. It tells how he gave the medallion to the Chinese sailmaker Chun-Li to protect it for him until he could reclaim it later.
This is really fantastic. A missing medallion being tracked down 2 and 3 generations later by a group of kids using some good detective work.
And the spaceship, Dad, is down by South Street.
And a spaceship! Wow, this will be a great feature story. Chun, they have the map and diary you thought was lost long ago. Why not help them unravel the mystery?
The medallion's secret has been kept safely all this time. It would be very bad to print the story. I'm sure all sorts of people would start to search for it once they knew about its existence. So, why is it that you seek the medallion? Although tempted myself, I have never gone in search of it, for fear of stirring up a hornet's nest of trouble that might allow it to fall into the wrong hands. Tell me, why are you looking for it?
Well, you see, sir, Sailor Bill was my great-great-grandfather. He was the first person outside their tribe to safeguard the medallion. And, well, being family, I feel somehow responsible for it.
And we were all with Willie when he found the map and the diary, and we feel the same way.
And we all know the real value of the medallion is the way that it brings out the best in people.
We're afraid it might have been stolen.
Yeah, and melted down for the money it could bring.
Your reasons are sound. I will tell you what I know. But remember, there may be danger to you and to the medallion.
Next time, The Interrupted Story.
You're hearing a combination of instruments and sounds that come from Puerto Rico. And yet, there are parts of this music that come from many places. The bongo drums come from Africa. The guitar is from Spain. And the maracas are part of the culture of the Taino Indians, early settlers of the island now called Puerto Rico. All of these instruments have come together to make the sounds of Puerto Rican music, and all of these musicians are Puerto Ricans. Where is Puerto Rico? It's an island, 1,000 miles from Miami, Florida, and nearly 2,000 miles from New York City. Who are the Puerto Ricans? As far as we know, the Arawaks and later the Tainos were among the first inhabitants of Puerto Rico. The Tainos were the first to plant crops on the island. They grew and used sugar cane, tobacco, corn, and rubber trees. The Tainos had a relaxed, productive life on their green island, which they called Boriquen. The peaceful life of the Taínos is still celebrated in the national anthem of Puerto Rico. While looking for India, Columbus landed on the island of Boriquén. Without asking the Taínos, Columbus claimed the island for Spain. The Spanish looked upon Puerto Rico as a source of riches, mainly gold, to take back to Spain. They even changed the name of the island. They called it Puerto Rico, which in Spanish means rich port. The Spanish turned the Taínos' tobacco and sugarcane farms into large food factories called plantations. And they brought Africans as slaves to help uncover the gold. But there was very little gold to be found in Puerto Rico, so Africans also worked on the plantations. As time went by, other people came to Puerto Rico from all parts of the world. They married and blended with the Taínos, the Spanish, and the Africans to form the many different cultures and shades of skin and hair color that we see in Puerto Rico today. After a treaty between Spain and the United States, Puerto Rico became a possession of the United States. As a result, all Puerto Ricans became U.S. citizens. Many people were attracted to the warm and green island of Puerto Rico. However, industry slowed down and work became hard to find. Many Puerto Ricans decided to leave the island. They came mostly to New York and Chicago looking for jobs. These newcomers flew by plane in a few hours, unlike the European immigrants who traveled several weeks by steamship. Puerto Ricans have strong ties to their culture and speak Spanish as well as English. Puerto Ricans have much to teach us besides their language and ways of life. They have lived for many centuries in harmony with all their physical and cultural variety.
The mood to tell you about a very special food. Rice! That's right! Rice is a treasure for millions. It's nourishment and eating pleasure. In Japan and China, it's a sacred grain, and they love it in America, Africa, and Spain.
Wild rice is a cousin of the rice we eat today, and is popular among many Native Americans in the northern United States. The people of the Chippewa tribe have a story about the discovery of wild rice. There once was a mischievous boy named Winnebuju. He lived with his grandmother, who loved him very much. Though he was a good boy, he was lazy. Instead of learning to hunt and fish, he sat in the sun and dozed. One day his grandmother decided that she had spoiled him for too long.
Winnebuju, you must learn how to take care of yourself. I want you to go on a journey into the forest and become used to the hardships of life.
It wasn't long before he grew very hungry. For several days he wandered unhappily through the woods.
What will I do? I will starve to death if I don't get something to eat.
We're good to eat! We're good to eat!
Huh?
Try us!
Winnebuju did as the plant said. He ate so much, in fact, that he got sick. The next day, when he felt better, he walked deeper into the woods. Soon he came to a lake. At its edge stood tall grasses. They waved at him and spoke.
We're good to eat!
Winnebuju was suspicious, but he was also very hungry again.
You are good. What are you called?
We are called Mandelman, or wild rice.
This time he ate his fill, but he did not get sick. The next day he gathered some of the rice and brought it home.
Look, Grandmother, I have found a way to feed myself.
I am proud of you, Buena. You have learned to make use of nature's gifts. Let us call our neighbors and show them what you have discovered.
So all their friends came to taste the new dish. They were served the wild rice mixed with meat and fish. And ever since, wild rice has been one of the Chippewas' main sources of food.
Real people, I'd like to introduce you to some real people. Real people.
Flight 628 from New York has just arrived at Gate 4.
Hi, I'm Willie. That's my sister Maria. Our mommy and daddy brought us to the plane in New York and wished us a happy summer vacation. We've come to San Juan, Puerto Rico to be with our cousins. I really didn't want to come, but Maria thinks we're going to have fun. I wonder what our cousins are like.
Excuse me, where's the luggage area?
Yeah, just go downstairs and you will see the sign.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. We're looking for our cousins.
What do they look like?
Oh, we never met them before. They're as old as we are and our cousins, so I guess they must look like us.
Did you check the luggage area? We just sent some kids over there.
No, sir. Let's look over there, Tito.
You know something? They didn't look at all like those other two kids.
They're not here. How can you tell? You don't know what they look like. Yes, I do. Mommy showed me some pictures of TNT and Tia Pancho. And anyway, they're going to look for a name tag. We probably missed them. Maria? Hi, you guys. Hello. Boy, am I glad we found each other. Mom and Dad are upstairs. Come on, let's look. You are looking.
Qué bueno que los han encontrado. Claro. Vamos. Qué grande. Eres María.
So then, when you miss, the other guy goes. So, there, I missed again. And he missed. See, the idea of the gallito is to break the other one. See, like that. Then, when you miss, you have to try to hit the other guy's gallito again. Mm-hmm. Why don't we go see how the pasteles are doing? Tia Pancho said I should help him with the banana leaves.
That's good. Do something for a change.
She always wants to tell me what to do. If I were home in New York with my own friends, I could do what I want and when I wanted to.
Huele, por favor, venga a darme una ayudita. Vamos a cortar las hojas de los pasteles. Mira, te vas a chupar los dedos.
Okay. No importa. Yo me voy con las 5. You children are really going to love this.
Are you making it especially for a visit, Tia Nati?
Of course. It's a real occasion to have you and Willie here in Puerto Rico with us. I have even invited some of our neighbors to have pasteles with us and meet you.
What are you doing now, Tia?
I'm breaking the yautía.
What is that?
Yautía? It's a root. It grows in the ground. Then I'll have to peel off the bananas to prepare the masa.
Well, how do you like it here in Puerto Rico, Willie?
It's neat.
What? I don't understand.
That's the way we talk in New York, Tio. I think it's okay.
Well, you don't sound to be very entusiasmado, Willie.
Tio Pancho, today is the Blue League baseball game at home.
Yeah?
I should be playing third base.
Well, that sounds like fun, but we could have fun here, too, getting these banana leaves ready for the pasteles.
We eat pasteles at home sometimes, but we don't wrap them in real banana leaves.
What's the matter? Not too many banana trees grow in New York lately, Wait till you taste them. Tia Nati's pasteles are delicious.
Yeah, but I like hamburgers and hot dogs.
I know that.
Qué bueno, Pancho. I can hardly believe that these are the same children that left Puerto Rico 7 years ago.
Did your mother ever show you the pictures of you and your brother before you left Puerto Rico? No, I guess I got lost when we moved.
Well, I have pictures of both of you in my family album. Pictures of your father and of your mother, too. I keep them in my trunk with all the things I cherish.
Come on, hurry up, you guys. Yeah, let's finish so we can go back and play gallitos again.
Oh, go ahead. It will take me a while to finish here. Pancho will help me with the batter.
I got a good picture of a coquille with your camera, Willie. Wow, that was a good picture. But I'm stuffed. Oh, who cares? Bored already, Willie? Or you still thinking about that baseball game, huh? You people play with the camera. I want to find something else to do. What are you doing now, Willie? Let's find out if it's true that you and I were born here and that this is really our family. What? Willie, how come you never believe anything people tell you? No, I like to find out things for myself. But Mommy and Daddy wouldn't have sent us here if this really wasn't our family. How come you always have to prove everything? Because I just want to know, that's all. Don't you want to know, too? You've seen them and this place. It's weird. Do they look like us? Like Mommy and Daddy? Everything's different here. It's true. They are different. But what are you going to do? Come on. What are you doing now? I'm going to find the photo album Tia Nati was talking about before lunch. The pictures? Well, are you going to help me or not? Okay. If we get caught, we're going to be in so much trouble. I'd rather be in trouble than not know more about this place. They said that. I have to see for myself. I don't know what to believe anymore. They look different, they talk different. They're our family. I feel out of it here. I want to know who these people are. They're not just people, they're our family. I don't care. They don't look like me. That doesn't prove anything. Here it is. Hurry up. Please.
The story of Willie and Maria continues next time.
How do you find yourself? With our very young voices and our very own hands. Sing a little louder. How do you find yourself? With our very young voices and our very own hands.
This way for the poetry and art section. People are like rainbows. The colors of the rainbow, what a beautiful sight to see. They remind me of the many different people just like you and me. People are different in every single way. Their color, shape, and size, and even what they say. They may be short or they may be very tall. They may be even a normal size. It doesn't matter at all. People are like rainbows that stretch across the sky. You notice the different colors as you see them pass by. People are different on the outside. That's easy to see. But the very special and different place is inside you and me.
Delicious hits in a little bowl of vegetable soup. Get right into your vegetable soup. Delicious hits. Get right in on a holiday. Get right in, come on and radish around. Get right into the vegetable soup. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables to make a vegetable soup. Come on along and join us, delicious hits. Come on along, we're gonna have some fun. Come on along and join us, delicious hits. In a little bowl of vegetable soup. Get right into your vegetable soup. Delicious hits. Get right in on a holiday. Get right in, come on and radish around. Get right into the vegetable soup. It takes all kinds of vegetables.
today's adventure of Outer Scope 2, The Interrupted Story. The kids tell Chun the kite maker their reasons for seeking the medallion as Bob and Robin listen in.
Your reasons are sound. I will tell you what I know. But remember, there may be danger to you and to the medallion. My father expected Sailor Bill to return for it quite soon, although he knew that Sailor Bill had fallen overboard. He just knew somehow that he was still alive.
And he was right.
Yes, he was. But he began to doubt his belief after 7 years had gone by and Sailor Bill had not come. My father worried that if something happened to him and Sailor Bill finally came for it, no one would know about it.
So that's when he told you.
Yes, he showed it to us and told my mother and me the story of how he came to have it.
Did Sailor Bill ever show up?
Oh yes, one stormy night, there was a knocking on our door, and there was Sailor Bill. He was soaked to the skin. Father was so happy to see him, he just hugged him and got soaked himself. While they were drying out by the fire, Mother got some hot tea. Father left the room, returned, then silently handed the medallion to Sailor Bill. I'll never forget that moment. That's why I put medallion on my kites. Then they told stories into the morning hours about their adventures on the sea and Sailor Bill's days in Mexico.
And was that the last time you saw him?
No, the last time I actually saw him was about a year or two later. He came to see us before putting out to sea again. He was with a friend, a black man who spoke with an accent I had never heard before that seemed to come rumbling out of him. I learned his name was Montego Slim, and he came from Jamaica. They went out to sea together the next day, and that was the last time I ever saw Sailor Bill or the medallion.
Really? And you never saw him or the medallion again?
But there's more to the story, isn't there, Mr. Chun?
Yes, Edgar, there is some more.
Wait a minute. Who are those two characters over there?
Henry, it's them.
Those are the same guys that have been following us.
You mean they've been following you too?
We thought we lost them in Chinatown. That's them, all right.
Oh, no. We must have led them here.
Well, let's get to the bottom of this right now. This is... get away!
Well, it is as I feared, isn't it?
What do you mean?
The word is hardly out, and already the villains are after the medallion.
Hey, what are you guys doing there?
We're
I don't like it, Dad. Willie and Henry should be back by now. Let's go find them.
Yeah, those two are up to no good. Let's look in the direction they came from.
Gee, what are we gonna do? Those guys have been following us for a long time.
We must devise some plan to fool them, so you can continue your search.
Henry! Willie!
It's the Correas.
Over here.
Hello, my friends.
They've been helping us out all along. They're the folks who brought us here.
We just saw Bob and Rob here. So did we. They must have followed us into town.
They must know you're getting close to the medallion.
We've got to get away from them.
That's easier said than done.
Hey, I've got an idea. Why not use our van? We'll go for a little ride.
But they followed the van before. Won't they do it again?
Yeah, let's hope so. Now listen, here's the plan.
Didn't have a great idea to sneak up here high above the van. I mean, they gotta come back to it, right?
Yeah.
And from up here, we can hear where they're going.
Yeah.
And we can even jump down on the van and go with them.
Yeah.
Of course, can't hear too much from up here. All these leaves in the way, we can't really see too much, but I still think it was a pretty great idea, huh?
You're right, Bob. You know, even I have to admit that it was a great idea.
Hey, thanks,
Hey,
Rob.
here they come.
Oh.
Okay, kids. Let's hop in and see if now you really aren't getting close to that medallion.
Thanks for everything, Mr. Chun. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye now, Jimmy and Mr. Wong.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Joe. I'll watch out for the trees you planted.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, my young friends. I wish you good luck. Please be careful. Come, James. Mr. Wong, we should see to our kite.
Goodbye, Mr. Chun.
Let's go. Right. Let's go. Right.
Positively brilliant. Having them take us along.
Yeah, this thinking stuff ain't bad.
Hey, you know that medallion? Soon it's gonna be ours.
Hot doggies.
Okay, coast is clear. Come on out, kids.
Are they gone? Yep, they were on the luggage rack, like two old suitcases.
I'll bet they'll really be surprised when they find they've been tricked again.
Good. Serve them right. Now, come with me quickly, and I'll tell you the rest of the story, because I know you haven't seen the last of those two rogues.
Yeah, I bet they'll try to make trouble for us again.
Next time, the story of Montego Slim Davis.
What do you want to know about yourself? What do you want to know about yourself?
Okay, guys, this time we're going to throw rocks, okay? Got it? Got it! Got it. Go, Zach! Down!
This game is called Rock, Paper, Scissors. Remember? Rock breaks scissors, scissors cut paper, paper covers rock. In this team version of the game, the group that throws the winning signal tries to tag the others before they get home free. The tag part is just a new addition to an old game that seems to be played all over the world. The Rick Back Brick chant actually is borrowed from the English version of the game. The game is also played in China, where it's Ching Chong Pok, and in Japan it's John Ken Po. Games seem to spread about the world without concern for oceans, boundaries of countries, or differences in language. This one game, Rock, Paper, Scissors, is part of many cultures. What is culture? Culture is a way of life, and like a game, culture is made up of rules, customs, and traditions that people follow. Culture is expressed in food, clothing, language, and many other ways. Culture is a word that stands for an idea. It's important to keep the idea of culture separate from other similar ideas. So, here's what culture is not. Culture is not your shade of skin color. It is not your hair color either. In fact, these three people could be from three different cultures, and you couldn't tell until you saw them in the traditional clothes of their culture, or using the manners and gestures of their culture. For example, would you believe that these are all ways of saying yes? Most people in the United States nod their heads. But in Bulgaria, yes is like this. And here's an American Indian gesture meaning yes. Culture is also expressed in traditional dances, sports, and games.
So culture is what people do.
That's it. And because so many different groups of people have come to live in this country, we are a nation of many different cultures. Each culture has different ways of doing things. And each culture gives us the chance to see that the same game can be played with many different rules.
It's time to tell a story. It's storytelling time.
Long ago and far away, there were two good friends named Olaleye and Omoteje. Each had a farm directly across the footpath from the other. And day after day, they would greet each other as they went about their work.
Good morning. How are you?
Just fine. How about you?
I'm fine.
Finally, their great friendship raised a question in the heart of their neighbor. And he determined to test their friendship for one another. Secretly, he made a hat for himself, which was red on one side and green on the other. Then one day, after putting on his new hat, he strolled along the footpath.
Good morning.
Good morning. I see you have a fine new red hat.
Oh, yes. I'm happy that you noticed it.
A few moments later, he saw Olaleye pulling weeds in his yam patch.
Good morning, Olaleye.
Oh ho! I see you have a fine new green hat.
Yes, indeed. I looked a long time before I found the one I wanted.
When the sun stood high overhead, Olaleye stopped his work and went to eat his lunch with his good friend Omoteje.
Did you notice the fine new red hat our neighbor had?
Red hat? My friend, you must have been a little dazzled by the sun.
What do you mean?
It wasn't a red hat our neighbor was wearing. It was a green hat.
A green hat? Oh, no, my friend. It was not green. It was red. I know, for I remarked on it to our neighbor.
And so did I.
Omoteje, irritated by his friend's impatience, continued to argue that the hat was red, while Olaleye, for his part, maintained that the hat was green.
What's this? You two fighting? I thought you were the best of friends. How can friends come to blows this way?
Oh, my friend Omoteji, you were right after all. Our neighbor's hat is red.
Oh, no, I was wrong and you were right. I must have been dazzled by the sun after all. Our neighbor's new hat is green.
Look here, my friends. You were both right about the hat, but you were both wrong about your friendship. You are not the best of friends if you cannot examine both sides of a question without anger. Whether it be a hat, or whether it be something more important.
You are right. One never knows about a friendship until it has been put to a test. As for me, a hat can be either green or red. It doesn't matter, as long as I have my good friend, Omoteji.
Nor does it matter to me.
And thenceforth, the two were stronger friends than ever, for they had learned that a difference of opinion often arises. And even though they see things differently, they can still be friends.
Real people, I'd like to introduce you to some real people. Real people.
Hi, it's Willie again. Maria and I are in real trouble now. We sneaked into Tio Pancho's bedroom to look at the photo album. We just wanted to see some proof that the people we are visiting in Puerto Rico are really our family. But he caught us.
What are you kids doing? ¿Qué hacen? I asked you a question.
We were looking for the pictures Tio Nati was talking about.
Why did you just ask? I would have showed them to you. Are you sure that's all you wanted to know, niños?
Just that, the pictures.
Is something wrong, Maria? Can I help you? I'm your uncle.
We were looking for some proof that this really is our family. We didn't mean to do anything wrong.
Anything wrong? You didn't do anything wrong. Ain't you happy to be here in Puerto Rico with Tianati, me, and your cousins?
It's just that we wanted to know if we really came from here.
And if I'm really your uncle. Oiga, Maria, Willie, you are two wonderful children, and we love you. And we are very glad you are here with us this summer.
Come on, Willie, stop asking so many questions.
Why do you kids find it so difficult to believe that we are your familia?
Because.
Because what?
Because everything is different here. It's not quite like New York. I thought we were all going to be the same.
And what?
Because you're different too. Look, we're different colors. I don't think I belong here.
That don't make any sense, Willie.
Yes, it does. It means we're not the same.
Of course we are not the same. We're different. That's what makes life interesting. Do you and Maria look exactly alike?
No, of course not. I look more like Mommy and she looks more like Daddy. Then if we're all one family, why are we like we are?
Well, Maria, our ancestors, they came from many different places. Africa, Spain. And we also have Indian ancestors. And they were all different from each other.
They were all different?
Yes, Willie. That's why our heritage is so rich in variety. White, black, brown people. It's just like, it has something to do with that modern painting I have there on the wall. Have you ever mixed colors like that?
Yes, uh-huh.
Well, then you know that when you mix two colors, you get a new color. But if you add another color to that, you still get another color. It's like that with people, like with our ancestors. By now, we have lived together on this beautiful island for so long that there are many families like ours, families like our different ancestors. We are many colors, but we are all Puerto Ricans. Well, let's take a look at those pictures. Here you are. Okay.
Gee, you grabbed him just like he was a real pet. He is a real pet. His name is Cucho. How can you tell he's the same one? There's so many of them. He's just saying that. No, I'm not. This is the same one. They all look different, don't they? See, they even change colors. Sometimes he gets green, sometimes he gets brown, just like you. I don't turn green. No, but you sure have a pretty brown tan. Hey, what's the matter with Maria? Did I do something wrong? What'd you say that for? Can't you see we're black? Anyway, your dad caught us in the bedroom looking through the photo albums. Why were you doing that? Because we didn't believe that you are a real family, because you look so different from us. That's silly. A lot of families look like ours. Come on, Maria, talk to me. What's the matter, Maria? What do you want, Pedro? Can I show you the coconut tree? You promised me I could. I guess so. Don't you like it here? It's not that. Here, catch. Ooh, it's too green. Can't you get another one? The ripe ones are probably already on the ground. Hey, Papa isn't mad at you if that's what you're worried about.
It's not that. It's just that I feel like Willie and I don't belong here. I'm all mixed up.
You just think you're different, but you're not really.
What makes you so smart?
Oh, don't be unhappy, Maria. I'm no smarter than you, and you're no smarter than me. We're just cousins, you know.
I know we are, Pedro, and I do like it here. I never get to see trees like this in the city.
My father says there are nice things everywhere. You just have to get used to them.
Well, I hope Willie and I get used to Puerto Rico soon, so we can stay to the end of our vacation.
Hey, look, there's Luis.
I'm gonna catch this coconut. Watch me. Here I go. Good. I'll open a coconut for you. I hope the coconut water is nice and sweet. Hey, I want some too. See, the green ones turn brown when they fall to the ground.
Yeah, I used to be green, but then they ripened.
What color do you like best?
I like them all, as long as they're good to eat.
Me too. Real right, real brown.
I'll give you a coconut water.
The story of Willie and Maria continues next time.
Hi, it's Woody Soups the Dish for today. Each culture makes it their own special way. Some serve it cold and some serve it hot, but all people make it with the food that they've got.
We're going to do Chinese cornflower soup today. In it goes corn, chicken, and some scallions, and an egg. So we need 2 cups of chicken broth, and we need to add 1 cup of water.
Okay.
Louis, you're Native American. How do you make corn soup?
My mother doesn't make it with chicken broth. She makes it with pork.
The Chinese make it with chicken, pork, or crab meat. All right, Louis, we've got our soup now. You come with me, and you be very careful by the stove. Okay. If it starts to bubble, you let me know.
Okay.
Sarah and Jerry are going to cut up the chicken. Well, just take a knife, and you be very careful with the knife. Keep your fingers away from the blade, and make little tiny strips like this, and then you cut the other direction. We're going to measure a tablespoon of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water, and mix this up very thoroughly.
Did you know that the time to eat soup is decided by the culture of each group? Some Chinese Americans think it's ideal to serve certain soups at the end of the meal. So before dessert, when dinner is done, a clear soup can be served to everyone.
Let's pour the creamed corn in. Put your chicken in, and I'll stir it. It could use a little bit of salt and a little sugar.
Why do you put the sugar in?
Sugar brings out the flavor of dishes, you see. And now we have to heat it up again. And then you need to beat an egg. Good. When it starts to simmer, we'll add the egg. Chinese like to add egg to soup a lot. We need to cut the scallions. We would like to add a little color to the soup. And have a circular motion and pour in the egg very carefully while mixing up. And the hot soup will then cook the egg. Would you like to have some of this soup now?
Yeah.
Now, these are really rice bowls, but we also use them in China for soup, especially at a family meal.
It smells good. It tastes real good. Taste is good.
Good, I'm glad you like it.
Well, we cooked the food and it came out fine. You can try it yourself when you got the time. Because working in the kitchen is a lot of fun. And when you're finished, you can eat what you've done.
What would you do if, how would you feel it? What would you do and how would you feel?
Hey, Paul, we're gonna have a big beach party. Wanna come?
No thanks, David. I don't want to go.
What's the matter? Can't you swim?
It's not that. It's just the last time I went, some of the other kids were making fun of me. They were saying I'm not Puerto Rican because of my color.
Who said that? That's crazy. It has nothing to do with what color you are.
I know, but I don't like being with kids who try to tell me what I am just because of the way I look. I mean, there are black Puerto Ricans as well as white Puerto Ricans.
How would you feel if someone made fun of your skin color?
I'd tell them to mind their own business.
I would feel embarrassed. I'd ignore them. It wouldn't matter that much to me because everyone is different, and anyway, it's not right to tease anybody.
How would you feel?
Come on along and join